I've been waiting a long time for this one. Number 3, Iowa. Number 4, Penn State. The top 2 defenses in the conference going head to head. Hey everybody, it's Big Ten Ted coming at you here. And what can I say? I think all of us here in Big Ten country are salivating over this matchup. Kinnick Stadium, Iowa City, 3 p.m. on Fox. Hawkeyes and Nittany Lions. Where do I start? Well, I think there's only one place to start, is the unicorn, as I referred to it in last week's video of college football, and that's this Iowa defense. They continue to force turnovers at an alarming rate for opposing offenses. 5 interceptions last week, forced against Maryland on the road. Talia Tungavailoa couldn't do anything. And he didn't throw some great balls, but some of that credit has to go to that Iowa defense and what they were able to do. Riley Moss gets another interception. He's tied for the Big Ten lead in interceptions with 3. Now, there's a guy on the other side of the coin, Jair Brown for Penn State. He's picked quarterbacks off 3 times as well. So let's see who can get number 4. Sean Clifford has thrown an interception in each of the last 3 games. Now, it's only been 1 interception. Now, when I look at Clifford and this Penn State offense matching up against this Iowa defense, besides those interceptions, this isn't a Penn State offense that turns the ball over a ton. They're fairly disciplined. The big key for Penn State in this one is not to panic and don't turn it over early, because we know what that Iowa crowd can do. We've said it on this channel before. Iowa City was where top-ranked teams go to die. Jahan Dotson is a receiver that Iowa's defense hadn't really seen. Now, you look at Dante Demas. Dante Demas didn't play for very long against that Iowa game before he went out with an injury. And you look at the rest of the schedule, and Iowa hasn't really faced a receiver of the talent of Jahan Dotson. So can Iowa's secondary keep him in check? That's going to be the big thing, because I think Penn State is going to look at Dotson to make big plays down the field. Let's go to the other side of the ball. Let's go to Iowa when they have the football. Spencer Petras, I think, proved last week that he can push the ball down the field. 21 of 30, I think 259 and 3 touchdowns. There was serious concern prior to this. Well, can this Iowa offense do anything? Can they push the ball down the field? Spencer Petras, I think, proved that he has the ability, when he has to, he can push the ball down the field to his receivers. It's going to be tough, though, in this game. Joey Porter Jr., Jair Brown on the outside, those corners. It's going to be really difficult to get separation. No team has really been able to get separation and make big plays against this Penn State secondary. I think what we've learned when you play the Iowa Hawkeyes, the reason that they have been so dominant, at least in terms of putting up a lot of points, right? The Indiana game, they put up 34 and then put up a 50-burger against Maryland, is you're giving this offense a short field. You give any offense that many short fields in a game that's a competent offense, they're going to go ahead and they're going to score a lot of points like Iowa's offense has done. Penn State needs to protect the football. If you turn it over once, heck, if you turn it over twice, no big deal. You can't have a storm. You can't have one thing lead to another and all of a sudden it gets out of control. Iowa's game plan offensively has to be, let's get Tyler Goodson going. If we can get Tyler Goodson going, we can get Ivory Kelly-Martin going in the running game. Let's see if that can open up some matchups down the field. I'm not sure that Iowa can approach this like they did against Maryland last week and say, hey, we're going to come out throwing the ball. You come out throwing the ball, you might run into mistakes. This is going to be a defensive ball game. And who's going to commit the least amount of mistakes? Now, you look at teams against Iowa, well, that favors Iowa, right? Because they force teams into mistakes. They haven't played anybody like Penn State. I think Sean Clifford's going to protect the ball, because that has got to be the main thing Penn State talks about this week leading up to that matchup on Saturday. I see Iowa, they could force some turnovers. I could also see Penn State going up against that Iowa defense and giving them troubles, because this is a Penn State offense that I feel is disciplined and I feel can make plays, especially in the passing game. What do you guys think? This is going to be an awesome game. Is Iowa going to continue their ridiculous output in terms of forcing turnovers on defense, or is Penn State going to reverse the trend, go on the road, and get a big-time win? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe for Big Ten football content. I'm Big Ten Ted. Get ready for this one. We'll see you next time.